Hi, it's Jason Warner, Indiana Property Management Group. Just wanted to take a moment in today's blog and talk about 3 signs it's time for an eviction. And when we get done, you should have a better understanding of when it's time to get rid of that problem you've been dealing with. Now, the most obvious situation is if they are slow to pay or are not paying their rent. And I get asked, how long should you wait before you take action? Do you need to wait 30 days until they miss that second rent payment? No. As soon as they are late on their rent, let's say it's due in by the 5th of the month, if they have not paid, then on the 6th, you are sending out a letter letting them know that their lack of payment has not gone unnoticed and that it won't be tolerated. Now, if you do get to an eviction with the tenant in this situation, you need to make sure that you understand whether you should be taking any more money from them or not. If they want to come to you with half of what they owe you this week and then the second half next week, it's probably not a good idea. It can mess up the eviction process unless the tenant wants to make the situation whole. Although you do need to ask yourself at that point, is this someone I want to do business with going forward, or is it just time to cut ties? Now, the second situation would be if they're breaking terms of their lease. Maybe they've moved in an additional person or a pet that wasn't expected. Again, you need to take action immediately. Let them know that you know about the situation and that they need to remedy it, or action will be taken. The important thing with this category is consistency. If you've got a couple units with tenants, you've got to be consistent across the board. Otherwise, you could be opening yourself up to some liability. Now, the third category is maybe a little more subtle. Let's say they are not maintaining the property the way you expect them to. They're not changing furnace filters, or they're not keeping the gutters clean. Or maybe they're becoming a nuisance in the neighborhood, having parties, and they have the police called on them. These are going to affect the value of your property and your standing in the neighborhood with your neighbors. And you don't want either one of those to happen. In all of these cases, it's very important that you detail upfront your expectations for that tenant. For example, here at IPMG, when we move a tenant into a property, they must sign a 6-page maintenance addendum that spells out very clearly and specifically what items are their responsibility and what we expect them to take care of, where that responsibility starts, and it becomes our responsibility. But it's very detailed up front, so they know what standard they're going to be held to. Now, property management does not have to be scary. Investing in real estate is a fantastic investment. It can transform your retirement. Partnering with us can help lessen the stress level of having that real estate, and it can certainly make it more profitable. Call me if you have any questions, or shoot me an email if there's something you want to talk about property management in general or specific to one of your properties. I'm happy to answer questions, happy to help. Jason Warner, Indiana Property Management Group. Thank you.